here. I have heard a lot of horrible advice when it comes to cancer care. The worst advice that I've heard, maybe the top worst advice I've heard, is eat whatever you want because you can't afford to lose weight. And if you're underweight, you may think, okay, that's what really matters, is pumping up how many calories that you're eating everything. And I know what they serve in hospitals. I've seen that firsthand, how awful the food is there because they don't want you to lose weight. And when you think about what's actually happening in a cancering process, if there's cachexia, muscle loss, there's a real challenge to put weight on, I can see that mindset of thinking, okay, I can't be fasting. I can't be on caloric restriction. I can't be, doing a 24-hour fast before chemo or 24 hours after chemo. I can't be restricting calories because my doctor said it's unsafe to lose weight. And if we really look at what's going on in a cancering process, when it's hard to lose weight, a lot of the time, the problem has nothing to do with calories. It has to do with inflammation. So I want to share a easy smoothie that you can do that can help not only increase the amount of calories and healthy fats that you're getting, but also to help reduce the underlying metabolic issue of why it's hard to put weight on in the first place. So knowing that it's actually an inflammatory issue, the worst thing that you could do is have more simple carbs that have an inflammatory property. So sugars, processed foods, anything that is just difficult for the body to break down, but can contribute to this inflammatory storm. So this is a really big deal to understand, because if we think about why are we fasting, or why are we doing any type of metabolic meal plan or change, really the goal is to bring down inflammation, reduce stressors on the body. So side note, I've been talking a lot about a membership platform that's opening up very soon. I'm adding in tons of resources. So this is the one resource I want to share now, is I believe one of the best smoothies that you can do to help with weight gain, but also to support your metabolic health and bring down inflammation. So it's super easy, but this membership will have over 80 resources of support during radiation, different types of cancers, different tissue types, like how to support your body from a metabolic approach. All right, so when you're looking to gain weight, the base of this smoothie could be coconut milk, but like a high fat organic coconut milk, and avocado. I actually like to throw the seed of the avocado in as well. Depends how thick you want this. I mean, it may be too thick, so just doing half of an avocado or having the smoothie recipe for 2 days could work as well. But the avocado seed is also going to be high in fiber. But then there's medium chain fatty acids in both the coconut and the avocado. So both of those are high fat sources that basically convert to energy very quick. So if you're also feeling really tired and you need to get more energy and support mitochondrial health, those two sources of fats should be eaten every day. And if you don't like smoothies, then just fit these into your meals. That's fine too. I just find, start making a smoothie first thing in the morning, having that throughout the day is just an easy way to get the calories in and all the nutrients that you need. So you're eating other foods as well, but this would just be like the foundational of what you can put to help you gain weight. Okay, so avocado, coconut milk. I would also add in broccoli sprouts. So broccoli is high in sulforaphane, which is really great for reducing oxidative stress and reducing inflammation. So you could eat broccoli, of course. I don't anymore. They stopped making it. The Ultimate Green Protect, which was high in sulforaphane. When I was doing the research, it was 3 pounds of broccoli in order to get the one capsule of the sulforaphane, like the amount. So that's a lot of broccoli. So unless you love broccoli, but I mean, it's really hard to get that unless you're sprouting. So sprouting is a really great way. Yeah, baby sprouts contain 50 times more sulforaphane than broccoli. There we go. That could also be put into salads too. So if you don't love smoothies and you just feel like that's not something you want to do, then add it into salads, or just, I don't know, find a way to get that in there. Pumpkin seeds. So pumpkin seeds are high in zinc. You can do a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, which help with your immune system. So zinc is the primary nutrient that helps build white blood cells. And so if you can find a way to get these raw, unsalted, unroasted pumpkin seeds into your diet, that will also help. Flax seeds, I know, controversial. Phytoestrogen, is that okay to have during an active cancer diagnosis? My belief is that the fiber and the phytoestrogens actually help bind to the xenoestrogens, or the estrogens that can cause harm in the body, and also to help with GI, gut function, and balancing hormones. I've seen amazing changes with someone who has hot flashes or has any estrogen deficiency symptoms. So if someone's on androgen blockers or aromatase inhibitors, these flax seeds can help just act as a very, very mild estrogenic, but not overstimulating hormones. It actually helps with balancing healthy hormones. So again, try to go for the raw flax seeds and grind them. You can grind them into the smoothie. But as soon as you grind them, they become oxidized, and so you don't want to grind them and then just leave them out in the fridge for a long time. Try to just do that fresh. The other part I would add is prebiotics into this. Hey, Kelly. Adding prebiotics into the smoothie. So we've all heard that bananas are horrible when it comes to keto. We can't have bananas because they're high in sugar. However, when you have the green bananas, so like not ripe whatsoever, and they're green, they're actually low in sugar content and really high in prebiotics. So the good bacteria that you need to feed your gut and your immune system. So what I would do, and I've seen other patients tell me that they do this as well, is they would buy a whole bunch of green bananas from the store, peel them, break them up in half, and put them in the freezer. So you could do that. And if they're frozen, you can add that maybe with a quarter cup or half a cup of organic berries too. So depending what type of berries you like, the ones would be blueberries, just low in the glycemic index. So this smoothie would be anti-inflammatory, high in fiber, but also just give you a little bit of the sweetness if you like your smoothies a bit sweeter. And that's also a personal choice of using allulose as a type of sugar that you could add, or monk fruit. It's not going to spike your sugar levels, and it can help just make the smoothie not so bitter because you think the broccoli sprouts. You could also add in leafy greens. So beetroot, I hesitate saying that because it is kind of like, it's just bitter, like dandelion greens, the greens from beets. They're high in fiber, high in zinc, they're high in vitamin A, vitamin E, magnesium, potassium. So yeah, adding in these greens, just a handful of them, will make the smoothie a lot, just not taste the greatest. But you can add in the, like I said, the natural sugars that don't spike your sugar level. So the monk fruit is my favorite, but some people really like the allulose too. What else? Anyone want to add what they add to their smoothie? The other one would be amino acids. So if you are dealing with cachexia and you know that you're losing muscle, you want to make sure that you're getting enough protein in the day. So this is just an easy way to get more get a protein powder or an amino acid combination that's easy for your body to break down. And then, of course, having ones that are low in carbohydrates, ideally 0 net carbs, so high fiber, 0. But you can get just straight up amino acids from supplement companies too. Making sure that the arginine and lysine content, the ratio is okay. So you don't want to have a high arginine. Usually protein powders, they're for people in the non-cancer world, would be more for like weight, muscle gain, and for athletes. So they usually do high arginine. But in this case, we want there to be a higher amount of lysine, and that's really important for your immune system. It's the building blocks for your immune system. So you can add that to the smoothie as well. And then also things to help with modulate sugar and insulin levels, like cinnamon helps balance blood sugar, and turmeric. So they're both just warming herbs, and they're also anti-inflammatory. So you can also add chia seeds, high in healthy fat, high in fiber. You could soak them overnight as well. So put them in water and then in the smoothie later that day or the next day, have enough for the week. You can do a tablespoon of the chia seeds, or you can grind them. That's fine too. Essentially, we want to pack this smoothie with the healthy fats, high fiber, moderate amount of protein, and all of the agents that help bring down inflammation. Because like I said at the beginning, it's impossible to gain weight no matter how many calories you're taking in if you're in this cachexic stage and you have high inflammation in your body. So when the doctor or whoever is telling you, dietitian is saying, eat more and you need to eat bread and have these high calorie foods and eat sugar, it's fine, it doesn't affect cancer growth, you can tell them they're wrong. It is wrong. You need to deal with the inflammation and support your body with all the nutrition in order to have a healthy thyroid, adrenal, immune system, even a healthy gut. So if you think about all these ingredients, they're all really important to support the gut lining, which further assists in absorption of your foods too, and the supplements and all the things that you're taking in. So it all works together, and that's why I like the smoothie a lot, because you're actually getting all the foundational pieces that you need for a healthy immune system to give your body lots of energy and support your health. Like I said, I'm going to be posting this in the membership group, which I'm hoping to launch in 2 weeks. I've been talking about it for a very long time, this membership, and I'm just putting a lot of resources in there, and I just want it to be perfect. But I'll be also talking about it with a masterclass, teaching more ways that you can support your health, bring down inflammation, and support your metabolic system. And I'm really excited about it. I know I sound a little bit like, but I'm really excited about offering this because I just want you to have access to more materials and be able to create this, have this community where you can talk to other people and who are on the same journey of really trying to live their best lives. So thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more of the membership details with all of these resources.